Great Britain is going to lose their silver medal from the 4x1 from Tokyo due to a doping violation. We had heard that CJ Ujah tested positive for ostarine and S23 at the Olympics. Um, so they've been stripped of that medal. Ujah said, he apologized and said he unknowingly consumed a contaminated substance. Obviously, the British team took this very hard. I saw a quote from Richard Kilty, or a headline basically saying that he wouldn't forgive Ujah for being reckless. So big, big, big shakeup there in the 4x1 medal category, and one that we expected. I mean, you expect once you get the positive test that the medal is going to get stripped, but once it actually happens and people having to give back medals, it's a big deal. Drops their says it drops their medal to 64, which is interesting because it's one fewer than they got in London 2012. So they're right at the same marker, and then this dropped them below that. So what do you think, Gordon?
I mean, typically when these stories come out, it always kind of feels like old news, right? We knew this back months ago, like actual in the summer, and now it's just like official, official, official. But that's just how these whole doping situations happen. You have to talk about it 12 months later and be like, okay, remember the thing we already knew? Okay, it's real now. So um, you got to feel for the other three athletes, right? Um,
Yeah.
you don't get many opportunities to win an Olympic medal in your career, and every
Hmm.
one you're gonna be very appreciative of it. And for one to be gone, it kind of sucks. So, um,
Oh
at the
yeah,
same time,
100%.
these people like Richard Kilty and Zarnell Hughes, like they still got to enjoy that moment. Now, obviously, that moment has an asterisk to it, but
Yeah.
like
So China,
you still got to live, breathe Olympic type of glory for that heartbeat, in real time. So
mhm. So China moves up. Canada and China move up. So Canada would move up to second, and then China would move up to third if you bump everybody's places up. So you end up with a podium: Italy, Canada, and China in the 4x1. Not one that many people would have predicted. So no U.S., no Jamaica, and no Great Britain on that men's 4x1 podium. I mean,
I do know when I saw this news back in the original time, I wanted to see if removing Great Britain from prelims would have gotten
yeah,
USA into the final, and it wouldn't have. So I was like, "Ooh, this could have been like the argument USA could have, be like, well, if Great Britain
yeah,
didn't cheat, we would have made the final." But no,
yeah.
USA still, even removing this team that cheated, they still don't make the final.
I feel like if you can't get top three in a heat with China, Canada, Italy, Germany, Ghana, you should not be able to move to the final. That's just my thought on it.
It's a good thought.
Listen, the thing that's unfortunate about it too is that this gets lumped together as team, as if all these guys are working out together every single
Oh yeah, yeah.
day of the year. So when you see a statement like Kilty's statement, you kind of understand. It's like, nah, it's just like a bunch of people coming together for the relay camp and then the actual meet. So they don't have any control really over their teammates and what their teammates choose to do. And when you do that, you're obviously putting yourself at huge risk, but this is the impact it can have on the other people out there too, because now their medal is taken away. And you talked about them having a moment. I mean, what are the odds that they're going to get back in this position again? It's hard enough to make your country's 4x1 team, but then to medal in an event as unpredictable as that. I mean, they've had trouble getting the baton around just like the US has for years, and then they finally get it right, and then something like this happens. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow for Great Britain. Don't blame don't blame people for being mad at him. I don't know if we have the his ban yet, right? Just that they're stripping the medal. We don't know how long he's
Of course
out
not. We need
for.
another 13 months to
Another six
figure
months.
out
Yeah,
simple situations. It's ridiculous.
yeah, yeah.
I
Appeals and
swear,
appeals
are
and appeals.
doping like arbitration of sports and doping protocol people and AIUs? What are they doing all day? Because it takes them so long to like do obvious things. I don't understand. why it takes so long for doping cases to become finalized. Like,
It becomes a legal thing, and then you gotta give time to appeal, you gotta give due process. But hey, when at least when it comes to CAS, they sped things up when they needed to for the Winter Olympics. Now, they sped things up in the wrong direction, I think, but they sped things up. They got that emergency hearing, they banged that one out in the evening. Yeah, it's just tough because you wanna give people time to respond, but then it stretches into the next competition, and then you have the problem with, okay, now this could taint the next competition, and so on and so forth. So, it's a yeah, it takes a long time. I mean, I think we can assume, the big story is the medal's gone. He's gonna serve some sort of suspension. I mean, they were relatively quick on Okabare, weren't they? I mean, I know that's gonna go to appeal, but that was late July. I know that I mean, I guess it's fast in their time that it's, what, 7, 8 months later, but to get to a 10-year ban, they that moved pretty relatively quickly. I guess they were giving her time to figure out, like, what she was gonna say. Um, so
like I
there you
said,
go.
it's fast in their time, 7 or 8 months. How
Yeah,
is 7 or 8
yeah.
months fast in in any time? Like, come on.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah,
I
it's
mean,
having a
everybody
baby. It's really quick. It's just about 7or 8 months. You're done.
yeah,
It's really quick.
it's actually
Before you even know it.
well, it's longer than that, actually. You're
Well,
talking
okay,
about from the
sorry.
beginning to the whole thing? Yeah. There's 3 trimesters, Gordon. That's how